Who is your savior? Where have you been? Well, I like to believe that I have traveled to the infinite universe, a decadent place where all life continued to exist, and beyond the outer realms of its infinite universe, had I discovered the wicker of the candles of life of where I had existed in the realms of humanity, where the realms have brought me here to this specific point of my life, whereof human existence has breathed. I am here. I have survived at this point of my human existence. How have you been doing? I have been doing rather quite well thus far. I like to believe I have many friends who enjoy the company of my solace. If only my dearest brother Terry had still remained in the spiritual fire of his existence today, I will have surfaced the completion of my thoughts. Completion in the journey of consciousness. At least I understand now that my dear brother is part of the infinite. Part of the divine providence. The divine providence of light is where my dear brother Terry now exists and reside. Such a place of existence that is overshadowed the courage of light, where the wickers and the candles of light continues to burn. Our friendship will continue to manifest throughout the journey of this remaining existence of mine. Inside of my spiritual fire, I continue to embrace all positive energies that I have collected and harvested as a part of myself forever. I am no longer the same as I once was, as I constantly discover myself to constantly change for the positive. Whether if anyone should decide to believe in that or not, that is their prerogative. I understand my own spiritual fire as my Savior. I understand who I am to the core, the deepest fragmentations that is laying buried deep beneath the soul in itself, the spiritual fire of itself. Devoting all, if not most, of my spiritual fire towards a greater awakening, the light that is found dormant, that has been awakened through within myself. To have connected the dots together in a manifestation of its completion, which might decode itself as a disambiguation towards many of those whom may or may not know me. I've devoted all of my spiritual fire, my heart, and of my soul into the craftsmanship of this second book of mine. It has been 8 seasons. It is now considered as the passing of 8 seasons, when my brother Tyrion, a brother of mine, Tyrion, digressed in his spiritual fire towards the awakening, surpassing the gateways of the light of the kingdom and salvation and redemption of its providence of light. To have reached immortality is something that I desire of myself. The immaculate grace, perfection in itself. I hope that God will have forgiven me towards the end of my spiritual fire, towards the end of this journey. Only begins a new light of a path of a journey, awakening a new adventure, surpassing within myself. And to the core, I have peeled away the elastic from my face, becoming something so much more divine above myself, becoming something so much more beyond myself, beyond anything you could possibly ever imagine. Consider the given opportunity. I wanted to personally thank each and every one of you for all that you had done for me ultimately, even if it appears that I am not full of gratitude or feel a sense of gratitude towards each and every one of you. I truly feel it inside of myself, and deeper to the core. And this core is visible as it exists on my sleeve. Considering of everything I devote my heart and soul entirely upon craftsmanship of everything that I perform in life. Thank you for everyone for continuing to believe. Thank you everyone for continuing to believe in me and everything that you each do for me. I wanted to personally thank each and every one of you for everything you had ultimately done for us both on our behalf. And without the positive support that you had helped to guide, to shape us through, I would have no purpose of existence, no foundation of human existence in itself. To have changed the world, this is our aspiration that we share together. It's not only a passionate interest, it's not only a passionate fire of mine. This is not only considered a passionate fire in the intensity of our interest, it also has been discovered as it being considered as the purpose of our existence. So considering of how not many understand passion and interest of our fire, not many understand who I am personally as a human being, and derive the serpent's whispers of those around me speaking venomous words of negative energies projected towards or against in opposition towards me. They understand so very little, and yet absolutely nothing of me personally. And considering of my individuality, I will forever be who I am as a human being. There are not many that support me or believe in me for anything that I do. Unfortunately, there's so many around me that never have believed in the aspirations that I have accomplished or had achieved. So very few little even hold a desire to watch us succeed, or to become something greater than ourselves. With that being said, on the contrary, however, I will rise to the occasion and rise to the triumphant victory of our aspirations together. I will set forth in a journey in a path of light and of blackness. One cannot exist without two halves. Without two halves with each other, without each other they are incomplete, and with each other they are compatible, as they bind the covalent bonds of its relationship together, therefore causing them to become completed. So thank you everyone for all the positive support. I'm not quite sure what the title of this video will be considered as. I feel as if though it's something along the lines of me speaking to myself and speaking to everyone that watches our videos or continues to believe in us, and where all hope might appear to have failed, we continue to pick ourselves up in the dust of life, in the dust of in the particles of our obstacles, as we rise to the surface of life. And throughout the vastness of the infinite universe I have traveled through all the depression, through all the darkness, through all of the obstacles, the complications, the manifestations of everything that is both positive as well as negative. I had experienced so much darkness in my life, my human existence, which is why I'm so familiar with the darkness. But in everything I do, I perform the best as possible in order to be close to have achieved to be a perfect human being. So thank you everyone for all of your positive support. Namaste. God bless.